If your mind is full of secrets, then your ears will soon be filled with voices. Secrets, truths, things left unsaid. We've all had moments like this, and when we do, the feelings are often so overwhelming that we wish them away, hoping they'll simply evaporate. But what if they didn't? What if every thought you'd ever held back, every word you didn't say didn't just vanish? Well, in today's video, I explore the chilling reality of a world where your unspoken thoughts don't fade, but instead echo. This video is part of an ongoing series called What If, where I take your questions and turn them into spooky stories. Today's question comes from a user who asks, what if when you don't speak your mind, it comes back to haunt you? What if every time we choose silence over honesty, every time we hold back our opinions, every time we swallow our words, those words don't disappear, but instead linger, becoming a part of us that refuses to stay quiet? Have you ever felt the urge to say something important, but held back? What if that thing you didn't say didn't go away? What if it came back to haunt you? In this alternate reality, it's not just your spoken words that have power, it's your unspoken thoughts. And those thoughts, when ignored, grow, twisting and distorting until they claw their way into reality, manifesting as disturbing echoes that follow you everywhere. At first, these manifestations are subtle, barely noticeable, a ripple in the air, a fleeting shadow, a sense of unease. They're the manifestation of your own internal turmoil, given form by your suppressed emotions. The faint whisper of a lie you told, the ghost of a secret you keep, the tremor of a truth. You're afraid to speak. These echoes are fragments of your psyche, made real by your silence. In this world, we're all surrounded by the silent voices of our past, by the ghosts of our own making. It's a world where the weight of unspoken words can be heavier than any truth, where the cost of silence is a haunting melody that never fades. Every choice you make echoes throughout your life, shaping your reality in ways you never imagined. In this haunting world, silence is a betrayal. It's hard to tell exactly how this world came to be. Perhaps it was a slow descent into a collective unconsciousness, a gradual erosion of honesty in a world that valued image over integrity, where speaking your mind meant losing face. Or maybe it was a sudden collapse, a mass realization that silence was safer than vulnerability. Whatever they cause, here's how it works. Imagine a young woman named Elara, a talented artist whose creativity has been stifled by her overbearing family. She dreams of traveling the world, experiencing new cultures and expressing herself freely through her art, but she's trapped in a gilded cage of her parents' making, constantly monitored, constantly criticized. Every brushstroke, every canvas is a battleground where her parents' expectations clash with her artistic vision. For years, Elara remains silent, her thoughts a battlefield where her dreams and her fears collide. But the silence takes its toll. Every time she conceals her true feelings, her artistic integrity, A part of her fractures, and those fractures manifest as disturbing echoes that follow her everywhere. The first sign is a chilling laugh, a mocking echo that seems to mock her deepest insecurities. Then there are whispers, insidious and cruel, echoing her parents' criticisms, amplifying her doubts. As the years pass, her gallery becomes a haunting reminder of her unrealized dreams. Her canvas is a graveyard of muted colors and stifled emotions. Her world becomes a chilling symphony of her own making, a haunting testament to the price of silence. And it's not just Aloric. Take, for example, a man named Kieran, a brilliant scientist working for a large corporation. He's on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery, something that could change the world. But his research is being sabotaged by his colleague, a jealous rival who will stop at nothing to claim Kieran's research as his own. Faced with this betrayal, Kieran's anger simmers beneath the surface, never finding the right outlet. He knows speaking up would mean ruffling feathers, damaging his career. So he stays silent, but his silence breeds resentment, which manifests as a cold, biting wind that follows him everywhere. It's a constant reminder of his stolen glory, a ghostly chill that seeps into his bones. Each of us harbors such echoes, fragments of our suppressed selves that twist and evolve. Over time, some manifest as whispers, some as images, some as chilling sensations, and as the years pass, these echoes grow, becoming more vivid, more insistent, consuming our thoughts, our actions, our reality. But why? Why does our silence come back to haunt us like this? What purpose do these echoes serve? To answer that question, we must look no further than ourselves. Our silence is born of fear, fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of losing what we hold dear. But that same fear becomes the breeding ground for these echoes, giving rise to manifestations that prey on those fears, distorting them, weaponizing them. These echoes are manifestations of our deepest fears and regrets, given form by our own silence. They feed on our resitation, growing stronger with each moment we stay silent. They're the embodiment of our inner turmoil, taking on a life of their own. How does such a world function? How do people live with the constant barrage of their own repressed emotions? Perhaps in this world, there are unspoken rules, a societal anxiety around speaking your mind. Maybe everyone lives in a haze of half-truths, where honesty is a distant memory and silence is the norm. Relationships in this world would be a minefield of hidden agendas and passive aggression. Trust is a luxury people can't afford. Every word is weighed, every emotion carefully concealed. On an individual level, the toll is even heavier. Paranoia becomes a constant companion, always wondering if your echoes are growing louder. Isolation is another frequent visitor, a self-imposed exile from fear of exposing the haunting cacophony within. Distinguishing reality from the echoes of your own mind becomes a daily struggle. It's a haunting existence where the lines between sanity and silence blur. However, amidst this chorus of repression, there is hope. There are rare individuals who fight against their echoes, trying to drown out the whispers of their past. One such person is Zane, a young man haunted by the echoes of his late father, who he believes is trying to guide him to a better life. Despite the chilling presence that follows him, Zane seeks help. He reaches out to others, sharing his story, hoping to find a way to break the cycle of silence. His journey is fraught with challenges, but his determination is unwavering. Through his struggles, Zane discovers a strength within himself, a resilience forged in the fires of his personal hell. And slowly, very slowly, Zane begins to make progress. He starts small, speaking up in little ways, reclaiming bits of his life from the clutches of silence. This act of rebellion against his echoes triggers a significant change. It's like dropping a stone in a still pond, sending ripples that spread far and wide. The manifestations begin to weaken, the whispers fading into the background. It's a hard-won victory, but it's a start. And as Zane continues to speak his truth, the echoes quiet. It's not an easy journey. Speaking your mind comes at a cost in this world, but with each honest word, Zane chips away at the wall of silence he's been living behind, allowing light and truth to guide his way. Now, while our thoughts don't literally echo, the emotional and mental toll of unsaid words is very real. We've all had moments where we've bitten our tongues, where we've held back tears, where we've swallowed our truths. And in those moments, we know the words are still there, resonating within us, waiting for their chance to be heard. So I ask you, what are your unseen echoes? What are the things you've held back, the words you haven't spoken, and how have they affected you, your life, your reality? In a world that sometimes feels loud, remember that your voice, when truly heard, can be the most powerful sound of all. Don't let your truth become a silent echo. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.